Texas and Amon G. Carter Stadium, and anytime the TCU Horned Frogs take the field, they have a standard, a legacy to live up to. One that was established by the likes of Slingin' Sammy Baugh, Davey O'Brien, and LaDainian Tomlinson. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see, the Rebels taking on a team from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Rebels offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
At the 35, he's got room. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. And the Rebels are in the hurry up. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got him downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the field.
The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play-action fake. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
They punt it away on 4th down. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Horned Frogs offense will go to work for the first time. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover him, take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds his big tight end. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Got it in the middle. It's McAllister. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. The Horned Frogs are flying down the field. They're going to run it. It's a seam wide open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, it's so nice to have guys out wide that you just trust that you can feed the football, and this guy will do the rest, will cross that goal line, will take care of you, make you look like a genius. That's that kind of guy right there.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
To the air on second down. He's got his man across the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And here comes the offense on second down. They send the tight end in motion. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The D thinking brings some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Rebels line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low-line drive and not his best work. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He lobs one high down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The running back takes his track off right tackle here. Oh, a lot of space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. And some room to work. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
There he goes. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Horned Frogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Using his legs, it's Barnes. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run it from the gun. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. Gets it past the marker for down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First play of the period, first down here. Quarterback on the keeper. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. And the Rebels will punt this one away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got room to work. He's loose. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They're working that left side. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
And the Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Pucks it out of the air. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Bounces it outside. It's Barnes. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Here comes the heat. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over time.
He's trying to get it in. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard.
Scores on the sneak. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. LSU is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Bayou Bengals have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Florida. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Fires to the big fella. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they're after him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point, they know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. Bunch formation for these receivers. Back to throw, it's Hoover. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Flips it out on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again.
Turning on the Jets. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run, run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Makes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 3rd. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
The Rebels will send out the punt unit. Takes it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Finds his man. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. To the air, it's Hoover. Working that left side now. Wide open spaces. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a 1st down.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Shakes off the defender. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. They're setting up the screen. Quick spin on the run. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Touchdown, TCU! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And now this offense will take the field again. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He'll do it himself. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Beal. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. And the punt will come to rest just inside the 30. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking for room, it's Barnes. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. The give to the tailback. At the 35, he's open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse, showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Running back searching for a hole. Can't get him to the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And the Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got it on the move. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. And the Rebels are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. They didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Fires to the tight end. There he goes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. This punt will be down just inside the 40-yard line.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Fires to the big fella. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Now on 1st down from the 40. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Finds the tight end.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense gets another passing touchdown. I tell you what, week 1, this connection worked. Week 2, this connection working again. I tell you what, if I'm a defense, I'm going to start focusing in on that guy because they want to find him and make big plays.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Texas Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Lubbock for a long time.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
Can't make the play on the interception, and, man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Punt is in the air. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. The short hands. It's James. Open space at the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, TCU! They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Reads it, fires complete.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
had the completion, just missed it. The Rebels will call on their punt team. A low line drive and short kick. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Red pass hits complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Quickly to the tight end. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And the Horned Frogs get enough for the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Got a man. It's Payne. It's a running room. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And how about this defense? They got the donut going. And here's one thing I'll tell you about the donut. Late in the game, you're talking about on the field. We want to finish this thing and keep that 0 on the scoreboard. No matter who's in the game, who we've rotated, everybody's trying to get a 0 up there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field.
Exciting new fresh freshman to look at and talk about and pump up, and this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams, you can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So his big play capability was on full display, and that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
Gives it on the option. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. The Rebels send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the returner will be dragged down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30. And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Runs through a tackle. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground here, off right tackle. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. He wants to change this route. So now it's 2nd and long. Let's see if he can find some room behind the left tackle. Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that subject.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Battle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The Horned Frogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Creates a little room. Turning it on. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.